With it looking likely Florian Wirtz will be joining Liverpool this summer, what makes him such an intriguing prospect, an exciting asset going into the FPL season for 25-26? Well, in all competitions last summer, Florian Wirtz got 16 goals and 13 assists. In the Bundesliga, in 31 games, he got 10 goals and 12 assists. Obviously, these are very good numbers, particularly as he's playing as a left attacking midfielder. And we see his heat map here. He's occupying that space on that left-hand side behind a striker from a deeper position. If he goes to Liverpool, we do expect him to be playing as a false nine. Obviously, he can play as a 10 as well, but the general thought is he will be playing in that false nine position, in a position they have struggled with this year. Obviously, they don't quite have the players for it, and their shotters fit. And it's been Luis Diaz, Nunes, Gakpo, Shota, like all of them kind of rotating in when fit. Right. So in the Bundesliga 23-24 season, Wirtz also got 11 goals and 11 assists. Like it's just consistency, and it's so good to see. Like in the past 2 seasons, he's got 21 goals and 23 assists in the Bundesliga, and that's really, really exciting and consistent. My only concern would be is the translation from the Bundesliga to the Premier League doesn't seem to be great. I think we've seen it with Sebastian Heller, Jadon Sancho. The success rate isn't always particularly high. However, with a player at Wirtz's quality, we can expect him to go straight into that Liverpool side, a very good team as well, and gel, and eventually he'll be scoring, putting up very good numbers. So he made his debut in the Bundesliga at 17 years old and 15 days, which again is remarkable, just showing his talent, and Bundesliga, or Leverkusen, were able to spot that nice and early. So in the Bundesliga this season, he had an XG of 9.4. Obviously, he scored 10 goals, so he slightly overperformed it, but nothing to be concerned about there. Very good XG, particularly from a deeper position. And he actually had 78 shots, 39 on target, which is actually very, very good. See, 39 shots out of 78 on target it is an exciting number to see. It shows these are high quality shots and very frequent as well, which is another thing we like to see. Obviously, he had a 12.82% conversion rate. Again, nice to see from a number 10, so it'd be very exciting. I mean, even as a number 10, he's an exciting asset, but I really do see him working really well in that false nine. I do expect Liverpool to adapt to him, but also what goes about Wirtz is his quality on the ball. I mean, we see it, he's had 848 passes in the final third attempted, 652 successful. In the final third, the success rate is always a bit lower, so again, these are really, really strong numbers. And as well as this, he's had 69 crosses, 10 of which have been successful. Obviously, he isn't typically out wide. I mean, we're not too bothered about crosses, particularly in this Liverpool team. It's more getting into players like Salah, Diaz, as if it's going to be crosses, low-driven ones. So, yeah, I think we should probably really ignore that stat, really. I'm not really sure why I put it in, but it's a good stat to have. It's a good stat to have. Right, so he's actually had 9.44 expected assists. So he has slightly overperformed that by about 2.56. Obviously, there's 12 assists in the Bundesliga this season. And he has created 57 chances, which is another very, very strong number. And it's convincing, these numbers from Wirtz. It shows he has the quality to come in, get goals, get assists, and that's what gets you points in FPL. And that's what we love. We all love points. And why not have a premium midfielder? With De Bruyne gone, could Wirtz be the replacement for De Bruyne? A consistent £10 million, but going to score goals, get assists midfielder. Obviously, Salah's price will be significantly higher. I probably wouldn't invest, particularly if Wirtz is in this Liverpool side, at a cheaper price. I expect Salah to be around 14 million. Wirtz I expect to be about 10 million if the deal does go through, which does look very likely. He's also had 162 touches in the opposition box, and again, it just shows he's always in that box, ready to shoot, turn. Like, you know what I mean? He's just in that box. He is a threat. And again, he's been playing as that, if you saw the heat map earlier, he has been occupying this kind of slightly deeper left channels in between the halfway line and the final third. So these are really nice, convincing numbers. And I'm going to draw a comparison here. So I've got 3 players. Probably should have included Luis Diaz in this, but I didn't. I've got Wirtz, Nunes, Jota. These will be the 3 players next season most likely to play at number 9. If all 3 are still at the club, Nunes question marks lingering over him. So Wirtz had a goals per 90 of 0.38, Nunes 0.4, and Jota 0.45. So Jota wins on that one, but by very little, particularly with Wirtz playing again. I'm going to reiterate this as that deeper left line number 10. If he is playing as a false 9 at Liverpool, you could expect that to be a lot higher. So it is really nice, convincing numbers, but still it's very high, particularly for a number 10, 0.38 goals per 90. I mean, that's over a goal every 3 games, so it's good numbers to see. And he had an XG of 0.336 per 90, Nunes 0.4 per 90, and Nunes 0.46, forgive me, and Jota 0.6 per 90. So again, Jota does win that one. I'm not really gonna try and claim Wirtz there, because again, it is about that team, that system. Obviously, Wirtz shots will be coming from slightly lesser angles or from further out, forgive me. So yeah, and if we look at assists now though, this is where Wirtz does really start to shine. Assists again are crucial in FPL for really climbing those ranks. He had 0.46 assists per 90, Nunes had 0.16, Jota 0.23, so he's actually doubling Jota there, and he's leaving Nunes in the dust. It's what we love to see, particularly he's a false 9, he's got players like Salah, Diaz, Gakpo feeding off those flanks. Ben Doak, if he stays at the club, I'd love to see him play. I don't think he will, but he is a cracking winger. We saw him at Middlesbrough. But he'll be feeding very, very high quality players, so we do expect him to do very well. Like, with the assist stuff, I do actually expect him to get more assists as a false 9 than he will get goals. And he created 2.18 chances per 90, which is a very, very high number. We already saw his chances created throughout the season already of 57. Nunes created 0.89 per 90, and Jota 0.83, so he does come out trumps again on that. And then touches in the opposition box, so it's 6.19 per 90, Nunes 6.52, and Jota 8.07. So Nunes is very unconvincing off these numbers, to be honest, so let's definitely stay clear. If not, that should already be in your head, but let's definitely stay clear of him this year. Jota, if he does start, yes, I would be very tempted, but I don't think he will, because again, I do believe Wirtz will occupy that false 9. And he's a convincing numbers, particularly as I'm going to keep saying, deeper like number 10. Now, let's look at this Liverpool side Wirtz will be playing in. So, they've got 2.3 goals per game, very strong numbers, the most in the Premier League this season. And if Wirtz was in that, we'd expect him to have a fair share of goal contributions. And he had an XG of 83.5, again, a very high XG. I think it was first actually, it was either first or second, but very high, and we saw Wirtz's conversion rate of about 12.5%, so it'd be really nice to see Wirtz again in that side, because he can finish, and I do think he will get a lot of goals and a lot of assists, and that's what we love from an FPL asset, isn't it? And then he's got 150 big Liverpool have created 150 big chances, so obviously Wirtz actually matching a third of that in the Bundesliga, so I'm really excited to see what he can do. As I've said it earlier, I do think it'll be about £10 million he'll cost you in your FPL teams, and hopefully the deal does go through. And thank you for watching, guys. I really did hope you enjoyed that video, and there'll be more videos, probably another one coming out either this weekend or Monday again. So yeah, thank you.